Hey, what's going on there, Dice Rollers? Paul here, and I'll be your DM for a while. Today I want to talk about the Game Master's book of villain minions and their tactics. It's brand new. As you can see, some of the names down here you will recognize. Forward by Matt Colville. New Warlock subclass by Ted Sikora, which I believe is Ted Immersion, if you've seen any of his videos. And in the video, it also has some one-shots. So today, what I want to be able to do for you is I want to focus on one villain and show you how they map out that villain to be able for you to be able to use in your adventures and all the little pieces and parts that will help you bring a great villain to life. We're going to look at the new Warlock by Ted Sikora in there. We're going to do a flip through, so that'll be rather quick to look at the artwork and things like that. And then I want to tell you about my experience with the adventure in here called Wound of the Forest, a fantastic adventure. So let's go ahead and jump into this, open it up, and get it going, because this is a really, really nice book. I mean, here's some of the artwork already. You can see some of the villains that are in there. Here's your contents. Here is the forward by Matt Colville. I love this picture, by the way. That's a really cool picture. I love I didn't notice this before, but here's the red eyes up there in the corner there, just waiting for that poor fella. Here's the introduction, what this book is, what it's not, how to use this book, all the things are there. These books are very well mapped out for DMs, by the way. All the books in the series, and if you've not seen my other videos in the series, you can check them out. I'll put a little link up there somewhere. You can check out some of my other reviews of the books. They're fantastic. So in this book, you're getting a collection of 25 dastardly, dangerous, and despicable foes suitable for single adventures or as the primary antagonist in an ongoing campaign. So let's look at Vac the Serpent, aka Boar the Blacksmith. They offer you GM notes like rising rumors. The setting of Westvale should be foreign to the players. While it is common for towns of this size to have issues with local goblins, the town is not 100% against the goblins. In fact, some people think a peace accord can be reached which might benefit the town. Boar the Blacksmith is among those who push for peace despite making weapons of war. Throughout the town, the people can be heard spewing a number of opinions and rumors. Ain't no goblins gonna kick me out of this freehold, I tell you that. If we can have peace, why not? I'm tired of watching young men die for a war we didn't start. So you have a lot of conflict right there that they build into that. You have factions within Westvale that could offer your players an opportunity to favor one side or the other. Maybe they're in favor of it, maybe they're not, but they can be allowed to choose what they're going to do. So let me go ahead and just kind of break down what they offer here. They give you goals and motivation, which this is kind of a, you think he's a good guy, but he's really a bad guy, for the goblins. But they give you goals and motivations for Vac. They give you the story hooks, building tension. They give you the encounter. Vac would likely serve as the impetus for a series of encounters that may culminate in a fight, but it's possible for Vac to turn the players to the side of the goblins, directly or indirectly. Use your discretion. And then it gives you some tactics for Vac. Vac has some magical abilities at his disposal, but he will never fight the players head-on without a few goblins of Westvale at the ready. So it gives you a complete background of some of the tactics that Vac is willing to use. And then, of course, it gives you the stat block for Vac the Serpent, a.k.a. Boar the Blacksmith, and of the goblins of Westvale. And then they give you a treasure here. They say if the players take time to explore Vac's forge, they will come across an assortment of exotic materials. He blends into the material he forges. The total value of various pieces equal 800 gold pieces. Other items of interest are notes, 2d4 level 1 spell scrolls at GM discretion, and map locations of nearby goblin camps. And then they offer you suggested levels and scaling. A fight with Vac is suitable for a party of 2nd to 5th level, but as they continue to work for him, the party will likely level up, so feel free to adjust his stats to ensure it's somewhat of a challenge should they come to blows. So they give you the scaling, and that's okay to do. I mean, when you're scaling your villain, if your players are getting more powerful, well, then it's okay to kind of move your villain up a little bit as well. So let's just go ahead and keep going until we get to page 51, and page 51 is going to be the new Warlock, but let me just show you some of the other villains and foes they have in here. Nicodemus the Vermin King. They have Woldrick the Cannibal Cleric, and look at that meal. I'm not going to that dinner. I'll pass. This reminds me of like the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom type of deal with the monkey brains. Yeah, we're not having any of that. Then you have Patius the Dryad, which is the big bad of the adventure I want to talk to you about today. Wound of the Forest. I ran that. The Child, and this is where I think it gets fun, because what do you do when your big bad's a child? What are your players going to do? I think that offers a moral quandary. And then we go over here. We have Thalen, the Forest Master. We have Brezek Mercator, Warlock of the Crown. We have Harkin the Red, which looks like a piratey type of villain there. Okay, here is the Pact of the Reclaimed. This is the subclass for the Warlock. Let me go ahead and zoom in here just a little bit. Maybe see a little bit of that. And it says, those who make a pact with it gain access to its dark powers and the ability to reclaim and repurpose what was once thought to be lost. The reclaimed Warlock can manipulate the environment, create illusions, and restore expended spell slots. They can also reclaim the energy from the area around them to create new things, turn failure into success, and reclaim sources from their surroundings. With the reclaimed by their side, Warlocks can turn the tide of battle and emerge victorious. And of course, you got your spells: salvage, spell liminality, reclamation, and then you got these corpo fiends, which are, I think, just resurrected zombies and so forth. So hey, if you're looking to make a pact with somebody, why not make a pact with me and this channel by clicking the subscribe button down there, and you will get supernatural powers to be able to watch these videos on a regular basis. Here we have Lord Sebastian, the Undead King, getting vampire vibes from that. Then you have Zirlos, the Fey Dragon. And then you come over here and you have a whole chapter on creature tactics. With these tips and strategies by your side, you'll stop getting played by your party and start putting the mastery back in the Game Master. I love that, because I know I have been owned by my players before, where they amped up, they took my big bad out in that one shot or two shots, and I didn't get to do anything cool. This chapter here will help us reclaim that. So it's got things like correct balance, knowing the battlefield, know your players, review your options. Lots of great advice in this chapter, something definitely worth looking at. And of course, some more great artwork there. It gives you some monsters with various tactics you can use for them. One-shot adventures: the Wound of the Forest, Love Locked in Iron, and the Contaminated Corruption. I have played the Wound of the Forest, and I played this with a group of people who were learning to play. I do this very often because I am a professional dungeon master as well as a therapeutic game master, so I try a lot of new games with new players like this all the time, and this particular adventure offers them a lot. I think it is a solid adventure. It covers the three pillars of combat, exploration, and role play. And what I really liked about this particular adventure is that there is a moral dilemma. No spoilers here, but the party will have to make decisions on how to fix the forest. The forest is out of control. Something terrible has happened inside the forest. Somebody's to blame. The question is, what needs to happen to make things right? And so this is the adventure I talked about that has Patius, the Dryad, in it. A really good villain. Not necessarily a villain, I would say. It's villain by causation, not necessarily a natural vision, which also perpetuates and creates more depth to the quandary that the party will face. So listen, I hope that you enjoyed my little walkthrough of the villains, minions, and their tactics. Love to hear your comments. What did you think about it? Is there a big bad in here that you really enjoyed? Let me know which one you think you might use, and let me know your experience with your players and your villains that you have. How well do you do on that? How do your players, do you get a shot off? Just let me know. Does your villain even get a shot off? Does your big bad get to do anything cool? Leave me some comments below. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you guys being a part of the channel today. Be sure to go and click the thumbs up button. That tells me you like the video and want more of them. And until next time, keep rolling those dice. Catch you guys in the next one.